When you talk about carbohydrates, it's all about balance, okay? You've got some carbohydrates in fruits, but it's a healthy carbohydrate, okay? A question we are often asked, especially from people who've got diabetes, aren't fruits full of carbohydrates? It's a very interesting question, right? I'll repeat that. Aren't fruits full of carbohydrates? Yes, they are. But it's how you balance your foods and what you would call your dietary consideration that makes a difference whether your blood sugar is high or low, right? Now, a lot of the confusion exists in people who are diabetics because they're not being given the right knowledge and what actually causes diabetes, right? Now, diabetes is a malfunction primarily of the pancreas, which is located here, okay? Here's your liver. Underneath your liver is your gallbladder. Here is your stomach. Behind the stomach is your pancreas, right? So if I take a chart like this, okay, like that, okay, here we go. So right side of the body, the right liver, down this left liver, the stomach's here. Now, behind the stomach, this is the pancreas here. Behind the stomach here is the pancreas. And that's what the organ that releases insulin and other key digestive enzymes. So all of those meet in the duodenum, the enzymes from the pancreas underneath there, and also from the stomach. All those enzymes meet in the duodenum, which is this one here, which is basically here, okay? So when you talk about carbohydrates, it's all about balance, okay? So what we recommend is the very first thing you should be concentrating on is your level of protein. For example, one egg has got 6 grams of protein and absolutely no carbohydrates, purely protein. Okay, that's an egg, that's an example. Or meat, or fish, or chicken. They're proteins. Then, of course, you've got the other dietary consideration, which is the carbohydrates and the fats, okay? Now, there's the healthy fats are, for example, a good quality, organic, extra virgin, cold press olive oil found in an amber bottle. That's fats, okay? Carbohydrates are more to do with things like spaghetti, breads, rice, and cakes. That's where your carbohydrates are. You've got some carbohydrates in fruits, but it's a healthy carbohydrate, okay? So the main thing you got to remember when you're eating and you want to balance your foods, the number one thing to do is to make sure that you're balancing your foods. What's your requirement? Your proteins must be right per day, your carbohydrates must be right, and your vitamins and minerals must be right, and of course your vegetables must be right. So one of the most important lists of balancing your body is broccoli, organic celery, lettuce, but not the iceberg lettuce. The actual iceberg lettuce is no good for you. It's actually it's actually hybrid. Things like organics we mentioned, tomatoes, cucumber, eggplant, aubergine, right? Onions, all of those are vegetables that should be your primary line of defense. Vegetables are first. Your protein is next, and then the next one's a carbohydrate. Now, if you're worried about carbohydrates, avoid things like white rice, white bread, muffins, cakes, ice cream, and things like that. So I'm going to give you 3 things I use all the time. This is one of my favorites, especially this time of the year. That's like a mandarin, okay, like that, very sweet. And 1 or 2 of the day will be fine, okay, got carbohydrate, but it's more to do with the vitamin C content. I highly recommend also eating red apples, 3 red apples every day, It's got carbohydrates, but it's the carbohydrate that will be balancing and will give you a tremendous amount of energy. And also, if you're a person that requires a lot of energy, you're a runner, or you're a weightlifter, or you work hard, is the red grapes like that, especially the seeded ones like that. Now, I will consume one of those, one bag like that, a whole day. Now, £1.80, really good value. So these are my preferred carbohydrates: grapes, apples, 3 a day, and about 2 of those a day. Now, that gives me a tremendous amount of energy, and my skin at my age is incredibly healthy. I'm often taken for 15 to 20 years younger than I really am. Now, if you want to know more about carbohydrates and so on, we highly recommend you go to Amazon and you buy this book called The Diabetes Solution, a 28-day action plan for lowering your blood sugar naturally. We wrote that book, and it is 341 pages of excellent information. If you've got diabetes, or you haven't, or you know someone who's got diabetes, or you want to prevent diabetes, that's the book to buy. Now, we spent many, many years assessing the market about what sort of books were written. They were mostly cookbooks. This is not a cookbook. It's a prescription problem that we solve with is in that book. So request that. Okay, now that's one. Second thing is, if you want to know more, scan the QR code, get a free 15-minute consultation on the phone with us, where we can guide you about how we can teach you what to eat first. Carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, supplementation. We know it all. We've got 60 odd years of experience. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, select the bell notification, and as I said, scan the QR code, get your consultation for 15 minutes. Now, we look forward to hearing from you, where we'll help you solve your problem that you've got at the moment. It doesn't matter whether it's eczema, psoriasis, back pain, head pain, insomnia. We can help you solve whatever sickness problems you've got.